Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. Today I'm going to present to you a free hit team for the upcoming Game Week 33. I know that Game Week 32 is still ongoing, and at the time of recording and at the time of watching, most of you probably are still wondering how the Game Week is going, because we have a fixture for Game Week 32 that is going to be played on Wednesday evening. So there is plenty of time up until then, but for now I wanted to start preparing for the upcoming week, and what better way to start by preparing for the upcoming double week, where we'll see what's going on and what the team plans are going to be. So first of all, and in general, I'm going to take out everyone. So if you activate the free hit while I'm taking out everyone, you cannot use any other chip. So bench boost is impossible, wildcards possible, assistant manager is impossible. The way that we're building the team is pretty similar. We are going to mostly focus on the double week fixtures, so I'm going to take a look now at who is doubling. Arsenal versus Palace and City versus Aston Villa. Those are the doubles. We need to get as many players as possible, but to a feasible amount, because not all of the teams present a great opportunity, if you ask me, to be invested in them. So I will not be looking at heavily investing. So for example, Palace faces Bournemouth, so I can get attackers from Palace easily. Then they face Arsenal, who would have played before that Ipswich, so I can invest in Arsenal players also. And by investing in Arsenal, Ipswich and Palace, I think that Arsenal may score here and may keep some clean sheets on the run. City places Villa, and before that Everton, and Villa faces Newcastle and City, so it's a pretty hard fixture run for Villa. So we can go and look what is going to happen with the players that we have into the side. Of course, now you can deploy only 11 players for your team, so you cannot pick only good and amazing players for that week. You need some bench fodder. What is bench fodder? It is players that are going to take up some of your budget, but not all of it, in order to see what you have for deploying the starting 11. So first of all, we're going to start by picking some key players that I think are a necessity for your team, and you should be thinking heavily about them. First of all, I'm returning one of the players, that is Omar Marmoush. I think him being the striker for Manchester City and then facing Everton and Aston Villa, it's a pretty good fixture where you can just get him and just get him and play him, and you will be more than happy with the outcome that presents itself. He is in a good form and he has been playing some okay football. Of course, he is missing chances, but every striker in the world is missing chances, so I think that going with Marmoush is going to be great. Another player from Manchester City, as you're on a free hit, is going to be Gvardiol. I know he is expensive and some of you may not even like him, but even though with a one-pointer in the week against Palace, he had some good returns in the last two. With 2 clean sheets, I'm expecting at least 1 clean sheet from City, so having Gvardiol is good. I was going to pick Ederson after his amazing assist for one of the City goals, but he got an injury and I don't know if he will be playing in 33, so I'm not going to risk it there. Elsewhere, now I think we're set on City. If Ederson is out, Ortega might come into fruition, but 5.2, it's not that much of a saving point. So getting Marmoush and getting Gvardiol, all the best in that sense. Then moving into another team that is doubling up, that being Crystal Palace. Of course, I will return Mateta. Everyone may say, but Mateta has been subbed off early today. He was subbed off at the 45th minute, which was awful. But I think something has to be wrong with him, unless there is some issue with him. But with Nketiah out, still Mateta got a substitute early off. I don't know about it, but still I would get Mateta. I think he is that good. I would be getting Eze, as I will be free hitting and I will have the money. Eze is great, and I will be restoring Sar. I think that those 3 players from Palace may do an amazing work and are required to be in our sides. Now we got 2 midfielders and 1 Mateta attacker. I think that Bournemouth are not looking good defensively, and Arsenal have been receiving some goals, especially with so many rotations in defense. Speaking about Arsenal, I know that this player has been saved a lot, but I'll be getting Saka. I think him being into the team helps us a lot, and it will help with a lot of issues around the side. He's on set pieces, most of the free kicks, most of the corners, all the penalties if he doesn't give it to Odegaard, but I think he will be taking them. So I think that starting with Saka, Eze, Sar, Mateta and Marmoush, it's a great beginning. Now I'll be getting Raya in goal. I think he's a very, very solid defensive option, and I'll be getting him for our own team. Of course, now we have only one team that we haven't selected a player from, and that is Aston Villa, and I'll be getting Morgan Rogers, as this guy has returned in the last... So in the last 5, he has 5 returns, so amazing return ratio, and he has been getting some very, very interesting returns. Of course, double up UCL after UCL, he may blank, but no, today he played 84 minutes, so yeah, he's ever in the team, and the only time when he isn't in the team is when he's giving rest, giving a chance to the other players to come and play. So for now, I think I will be starting him. And there is one player that I cannot start the week without, and that is Mohamed Salah. He is expensive for sure, but he's facing Leicester at home. Haven't yet played against West Ham, Leicester away, but yeah, I'm not going to not pick a player of the ranks of Mohamed Salah. So we have issues in defense, as I cannot pinpoint great defensive sides. They just does not exist. If you look around, Palace may get an attacking return, but they have been conceding some serious goals after 5 today. Yeah, I'm not going to look there. City already have Guardiola. West Ham is an interesting punt, but am I taking it? Probably not. Aston Villa, I would get one Aston Villa defender, as they may surprise us and get a clean sheet. So Konsa fits the perfect the place here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 doublers. I think that is pretty good number. Then we get Fulham versus Chelsea, Ipswich versus Arsenal. So I will be getting one more Arsenal defender in order to support the defensive department. And now we have 10 doublers with Mohamed Salah. I think it cannot get better than that. Of course, you can argue that Munoz might be more interesting than Konsa or Saliba, but I think with the way they're conceding and with the way that all the goals have been spread around, I think it's a good split. 3 to Palace, 3 to Arsenal. Of course, 3 attackers facing 2 defenders is never optimal, but if some of them blank, I think I'll be getting the other points, so it's not the end of the world. City facing against Aston Villa, so it's one attacker versus defender, but they have another fixture where they can nail the clean sheet. So yeah, I feel pretty okay with that selection. With doubles, you can never get only the winning side, of course, because yeah, it just doesn't happen. Next up, cheap players that have good fixtures. If something happens, Areola is one of them. 4.2 against Southampton. Moving into defense, I will get Connor Bradley. You don't see him here, but yeah, it's Connor Bradley. Leicester away, playing for Liverpool. All the best there. And the final player that is having a good defensive fixture without him needing to play and being cheap, I would argue I would just get Wan-Bissaka. And just to cover, and I still have 10 million. So up front, I can go with someone that has an okay fixture. Liverpool, no need to risk it. Who plays Southampton? It's West Ham. They don't have another forward that can play this week. Evan Newson is an option. But if we go and we can even get Watkins, but who is not going to play? That's now an issue. So I'm not going to do that. We go to forwards. We go to price, and we go down. And we get the playing player that has an okay fixture. I will get someone like Wissa, because he has been amazing and he deserves it. Wissa has been scoring left, right and center, so let's pick Wissa. Just to have Wissa. It's a spot that never will play, but still at home, I will take Wissa all day long. Now, this is the team. I will now move to FPL.team to showcase you the squad, how it's going to look, and where and how you should reorder the bench. Of course, this lineup may take some changes because players like Salah hasn't played. And yeah, we'll still have powers to face Newcastle, so it can turn around. But yeah, let's go and see how it looks, and we can speak about where the weaknesses might come, but I think you most probably know where they will be coming from. So here is how the ordered side looks like. Ryan Go, Ipswich versus Palace, away to Ipswich and home to Palace. I think it's okay. Saliba, Ipswich, Palace, once again, I think they can get at least one clean sheet. Guardiola, Everton, Aston Villa, first game, hopefully they will get a clean sheet. Second, yeah, probably Villa will score, but still Guardiola can return some good points. Konsa, 2 hard fixtures, but he will get around 4 points regardless. So yeah, I would start him. In midfield, it's Eze, Salah, Sar, Saka, Rogers. Great potential. And up front is Marmoush versus Mateta. Now, with Mateta. Now, the captaincy, I would suggest going with Marmoush, as City have been scoring goals and they want to get into that top 4, specifically after today teams like Forest lost. It gives them a chance. I did not expect Forest to lose against Everton, but yeah, they were heavily dominated. So the vice captaincy will probably go to Saka, but it doesn't matter that much. On the bench, it's Areola, Wissa, Bradley, and Wan-Bissaka. I think a really strong bench to have. If something goes wrong, you can always rely on those players. I think they have an amazing fixtures, and you already have 10 doublers. So in theory, you will not be getting how to say it. You will not be getting punished for the double week teams. Of course, if someone like Bowen, Hose, you'll be missing him, but you cannot have everything. And if you are activating a free hit in a double week, you should get as many players as possible, because that is why we are doing it, to gain as much points as the game has to offer. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to the channel. This is the first time of asking today. Like the video, share with your friends, give me an opinion on what you think about it, and I hope to see you soon with more UCL and FPL content. Now we will switch more to UCL fantasy content, because I want to finish the week there, and then we will be right back with more FPL content regarding the double week. Double ups, team selection, then another free hit draft in 34. I'll be preparing, so we will have a lot of content. Thanks so much for watching, but for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.